We know the way to San Jose, heart of the Silicon Valley and home to the San Jose State Spartans. And anticipation has been high all week for this one. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the Florida Gators taking on the winners of 5 straight, the San Jose State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Spartans will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Florida's offense takes the field to start this game off. And all eyes on this man as he takes the field. The defense knows they're going to try to throw him the football, and it probably won't matter, guys.
Oh, but the defense, Reese, will be locked in. He will see double coverage. They will know where he's at on every single snap, Jesse, or else you will get beat quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's one of the few receivers in the country, guys, where if it's man coverage, he's open, zone coverage, he's open. If he's double covered, he's open. Throw that guy the ball.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
He'll keep it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
Looking left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for 1st and goal.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator!
I really love that first drive by the offense. It always seemed like they were just one step ahead of the Nice job there down close. When the defense knew they were going to run the football, being more physical, running it in on third down to get the touchdown.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Spartans offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
They think there's room to run to the right here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Right, how about this offense? You think of this offense, you think of throwing the football and top 10 passing in all of college football, but the defense knew something, right? Like you could tell they were going to come out and run the football. They brought out the goal line, brought in some big boys, and really was ready for the run on that play.
The quick out. At the 45 on his way. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Quick completion to the right. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Bringing it back. Inside the 50. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Florida. Coming up with a play like that. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. They're going to throw it to start the drive. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need... Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. Brown will throw it. He lets it fly. Underneath toast to coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Spartans. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Yeah, Coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Off play action. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, this defense looked pretty good last week. Of course, they had 2 sacks, and their coaching staff told us they really wanted to be able to build on it. Great news, they've already registered a sack here early in this game.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. The Gators line up to punt it away. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes.
All kinds of running room. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time, they attacked the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
Quarterback checking off. Brown wants to pass. Gets it out fast. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
The Spartans have pushed it inside the 20. Bully ball on 3rd and short. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Okay. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. Just drives it between the uprights. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one, and David, to me...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And now Now they have enhanced their degree of difficulty on 2nd and long from the 6. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Powers ahead, gets 4. He's down at the 10. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been it. And if he could have held on. And the Gators will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Brown will throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Good timing on the quick out. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. And the Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump them the football, let them make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third downs all throughout this season.
They'll go to the air. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Brown wants to pass. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Spartans. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So they marched the ball 41 yards on that drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last time, Dave, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Makes his connection. Shakes off the defender.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry.
Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Makes the grab over the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught on the outside, it's Livingston. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They go to the ground. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well.
And he breaks into the open. He's got 93 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. They dialed up the perfect call, splendid execution. Now they've got it threatening. 1st and 10 from the 27. He's looking to throw it. Buys a little time. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Going for it all. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and get.
And they'll take over.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. First down here for the offense. He leaves it with the back. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, San Jose State. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. And you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
One of my coaches always used to say, don't turn a bad play into a catastrophe. Sometimes you just got to throw the football away. Sometimes you got to tuck the football down and run. QB standing back in the pocket, sitting there with the ball exposed. Sometimes it leads to a fumble.
Excellent field position here for the offense. Brown will throw it. Using the quick game. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Power football with the run. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. Touchdown, San Jose State. And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
This offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into...
Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 40, at the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Gators!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Georgia Southern has just had no answer for the onslaught they faced today. A crucial game for this team, and they did not answer the bell. They're trailing by 14 to Southern Miss. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. There he goes to the right. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Timeout, San Jose State.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Brown wants to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Bates. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Going for 6. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
What an interception. He's dangerous because not only can he catch the ball and pluck it out of the air, but he's hard to bring down, too. This is a guy that I think could play offense for a lot of programs around the country, and he showed you his open field running there.
Oh, the attempt is no good. The missed field goal still leaves us with a double-digit deficit, still a 10-point game. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in San Jose than you have? A captivating game so far.
The Gators will kick it off to start the 2nd half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. They have the lead to start the 3rd quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team.
Gonna let it fly. Makes the catch down the right side. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Spartans. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, if you were wondering if this offense was going to be more conservative in the 2nd half after all the success they had in that first period, think again. They waste no time taking a shot on their opening drive early on. They've already scored a touchdown here. This defense continues to be on their heels.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
And the Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Quickly complete. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
They're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the 1st down.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for space. It's Daniels. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. No huddle here for the offense. They'll leave it with the lone back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run the counter. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. It's a draw. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. A famous writer once said most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Tackled, but he has a first down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Fights off a defender. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7. That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Abrams. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Jumped the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Gators trying to cash it in on 1st and goal.
Get set.
He's looking to pass. Makes the catch. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
And I love working the slot receiver. You see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Trying to surge it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida. Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting the touchdown.
And right down the middle. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
28.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
To the air on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Deep. Outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. Brown will throw it. He'll take another shot here. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Spartan.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Gators sending the offense back to work. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Throws to the tight end. Got his man all by himself. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
First down for the offense.
Fresh set of downs after the completion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Abrams. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the single back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. They're going to run it. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up first.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Gator.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They'll put the tight end in motion. They're getting this guy lathered up. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Brown wants to pass. Gonna take a shot. And the ball is picked off. Got some room to run. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44. That's the end of the quarter. San Jose State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
A defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. They'll try to run for it. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
Man, I think back in the day, this is a no-brainer. You're punting the football and believing your defense, but analytics all the time now telling you to be aggressive. I'm interested to watch this play. Obviously, if you're aggressive, you might could run this clock out and end the football game and not have to put your defense back on the field.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Wide open downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And this offense, you're halfway home. All you got to do is do the same exact thing, Palmer. Fall forward and be physical here.
And that's why they practice these goal line situations, right? It's to step up and be physical in moments like this.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting into the end zone. He goes. Touchdown, Florida. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help in the defense.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense.
He's going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Brown will throw it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover?
What about leaving the door open? Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
They'll run it from the gun. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got his man quickly. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. Now they've moved it just inside the 40, 1st and 10 from the 39. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Now on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He looks that one in nicely. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. If they tried the field goal from here, it would be 53 yards. They'd love to help the kicker out on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Livingston. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. They'll test the right side. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
Great team defense on that run. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Working that left side now. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Got room on the return. Past the 50. Inside the 30. And a big return here as they finally get him down inside the 20. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open green, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense, getting downfield and setting up some blocks.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Brown wants to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And it's caught! Touchdown, San Jose State! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot. He's on so much.
He smashes his way through again. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Looking at a 2nd and short now. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab on the left. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
They'll throw it on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Abrams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Boy, this freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he zing that thing in there? He's now over 150 yards on the day. They're finding ways to get him the ball, much like the Gators did in 07, getting it to Percy Harvin, who had 100-yard receiving games and 100-yard rushing games that year.
He was just such a weapon. When you got weapons, you learn how to use them, and you learn how to deploy them in all kinds of different ways. If I'm Florida, continue to find ways to find that guy, because whether it's zone, man, whatever, he wins.
Working the middle. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And on that last play, he's now over 400 yards passing.
Well, Reese, if you're...
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown game!
I'm a pick. Bogus.
And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1
All right,
accomplished.
he took first downs.
Obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop.
Unbelievable,
Get him the ball
man.
back.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And I think if you're a head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Brown will throw it. Dumps it to the back.
Oh, no.
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately
Oh, my
needed.
gosh, dude.
Didn't get a chance to show off.
Are you kidding me?
Skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football, had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the 4th quarter. Time to go win it.
It's caught downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Trying to find his man on first down. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Looking for a crease. It's Daniels. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The Gators have it with a 1st and goal. Running back searching for a hole. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying play action. Into the end zone.
Pick it. Pick it
and
in the game, dude.
Right there.
3rd and long. Defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Pressure coming. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Between the uprights, it's good. Final minute of play. We are deadlocked. Guys, what a finish we're experiencing. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He fires a bullet.
Oh my gosh, dude. Come on, man.
On that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Come on, dude. And a touchdown to the house.
2nd down. Brown wants to pass. It's complete to the left. Offense takes a timeout. 27 seconds left.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
The Spartans will have it 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. And they'll close in on him after a good
God
return
dang.
on the interception.
That was on quarterback.
I get it. It's the 4th quarter. It's a tie game. I need to go out and make a play offensively. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to be on the sideline now after that interception. As a quarterback, I'm like, please, defense, please go out there and bail me out. Give me another opportunity to go take the lead and win this ball game.
Going to try to get it himself. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that 1st down. The Gators want to pick up the tempo. Four quarters not enough to settle this one. We are headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Quick strike complete.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Takes the handoff. It's Daniels. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Line is set on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He can't make the catch. Had it right in his hands, and it'll be fourth down. So they'll send out the field goal team to try to take the lead here in overtime. It is perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
Florida, 55, 17, 52.
Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. Big third down here as they try to keep the drive alive. A touchdown will win it. Calls his own number. Tackled after picking up the first down.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it and try to get his offense some positive yards.
First and goal, and a touchdown will win it. Zings it complete to the right. He got it in! A walk-off touchdown in overtime!
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find him, and they produce like this, you keep finding.
I know how to sum up this game succinctly. That was fun, and what a victory to remember.
Fun for them, fun for us, just the back and forth. Games that are so nip and tuck, and you know every play matters so much. These are the games that we love to call.
Yeah, every play matters, David, and that's why coaching staffs practice overtime scenarios and situations throughout the week. It's important to drill these types of scenarios. You never know what games are going to go to OT, and when they do, you love to be able to go out and execute with the game on the line.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.